Hi, Toby Hodges from Yachting World, once again at the Cannes Yachting Festival and on the Y Yacht stand, which is, it's been a real pleasure the last few years because they seem to have a new model each year, and now this year we've got the first of the standard Y9s, 90 footers. You saw our footage from last year, you would have seen Prevail, which had a large pilot house style coach roof structure. This is the much sort of sleeker version, although it does have a fixed bimini, which we'll look at in a minute. But you can see from this angle alone just how big this yacht is. It's a serious amount of 90-foot yacht. It's a proper super yacht. While we're up here, let's start on the foredeck. You can see this monstrous, great integrated bowsprit here with bow roller on it, and also means you can have the furling code sail integrated at the end of the bowsprit as well. Quite a neat job there. And then the recessed furler for the jib below on the actual stem head itself. Coming further off, there's a big sail locker in here. I don't have the access to get that one open, but this is the chain locker right up forward there as well. Little surprising, I guess, because there's weight management is taken super seriously on these boats, so a little surprising to have that right far forward. But this is a full composite built yacht, and displacement at 55 tons. There's Bill Tripp, the designer, walking up on the Y7 next to us, and a proven performance design that can compete in regattas or be used for short-handed sailing. So anyone that knows Michael Schmidt will know he's a fan of being able to sail a yacht short-handed. So note the self-tacking jib rail which stays on his yachts, and it means that even on a yacht this size, a crew of two, I think this has 3 permanent crew, but a 2 crew could manage it with an extra couple for longer passages. Above us here, 43 metre even carbon axon rig, and then as we move aft here, you just see the size of this coach roof and the amount of light that is going to let into the interior itself. No shortage obviously of bathing area. There is a sun deck aft on the aft terrace as well, but if I hop up here you can see the solar field on this. So this yacht in particular, if you choose to have this hard bimini option, you can have the combination of these solar panels and a hydro generator between the twin drives. Means the yacht can run silently on its batteries at night, so have the aircon on and no genset running. You also notice here the groove for the spray hood, so you can shuttle this area off if you need to keep the weather out. Moving aft, a couple of slight steps down, and then you get to the sailing area of the boat. So all the lines kept way out of that massive guest cockpit, makes it easy to handle from back here. Descending into this raised saloon of this Y9. Bella, this is the second one. Those who know your Y yachts, for this owner had a Y7 before and wanted to keep quite a few of the features and design feel on that. You'll also notice some cool ones I like from the first one. Michael Schmidt's Cool Breeze, which is these sliding rails on there, and the leather shoestring style latches on the lockers, which we'll see in a minute. This is designed by Norm Architects, who did the previous Y7, a Danish architect company, and together with Design Unlimited, who had input on it as well. What you can't see is the calming effect that you have throughout this boat. It's a very quiet, peaceful yacht, and it's The other thing you'll notice is quite dark woodwork, but the amount of natural light means it doesn't feel like a dark interior as well. It's very sort of inviting. So I've, just so you know, that is normally a piece of art on that big screen, and there is some really nice indirect lighting throughout, but I've just turned it off because it affects the flickering rate on the camera. Anyway, dark stained oak used with these vertical panels around here, together with the smoked oak floorboards. Lovely bar area, relaxing daybed zone here to port. Yes, it's a big space between the two, but you have these grab rails which work really well, and you will notice going forward there are some more seaworthy features on this that the owner really wanted. Big saloon here, a big dining area to starboard, and then a couple of steps down into the office come TV snug. So big desk area here, and the TV opposite the sofa. So then you have the VIP guest cabin here to port. Oh yeah, aircon running in here, lovely. And obviously nice ensuite heads and separate shower in here as well. Again, plenty of natural light in the cabins. And then moving forward into the owner's suite. Starts here, so you have walk-in wardrobe here with his and hers, changing areas, and this is what I mean by the leather shoestring hatches. Locker openers, they work really well, and it's there's a real smart focus on design through this boat and materials, and as I say, it's this calming effect you get on here. It's very, very quiet for a lightweight composite build. It has a nice harmonious feel throughout. Good size island berth here, and headboard right aft in the centre of the yacht. But you'll also notice lee cloth fixing here on the deck heads, so can be used at sea as well. Other things to notice that you might not notice, point out that you might not notice, is this fixed grab rail built into the top of the worktop of the lockers there. So something sturdy to grab hold of as you're moving forward, and a lot of stowage space. These leather fronted lockers, very, very tactile. There's sliding doors that close off this area each side. That's a lift up mirror from there. Don't know how that works. And big heads area with a separate shower stall there, and the toilet in there. Again, plenty of natural light with escape hatch above it. And the other thing I must point out, really, I've noticed, is that sheer quality, finish quality on this boat. So Y Yachts subcontractor specialists, and this has been built and fitted out to a superb standard. I mean, this is a €6 million boat, which actually, believe it or not, is, I think, very good value for this amount of yacht. And it's been finished to proper super yacht standards. Below this Ray Saloon area is all the machinery space as well. So not only do you get the good views from standing up through here and looking through the big portholes, but it makes sense as well to have all that machinery space below. Right, let's turn some more flickering lights off and go aft. Those panels you see integrated into these bulkheads, more stowage space, and there's generally things behind them, so wine fridge in this case. Then you have a narrow companionway area 3 steps down into the galley, which, again, sorry for the flickering light, otherwise you can't see it. There isn't a whole window in here, but makes a lot of sense because the owner likes to use the galley as well. So you have a guest cabin there and easy connection to the saloon. so it's easy for them to come and make a drink or make some food if they want to as well. And of course, separate door to close off the crew area. And then on this bulkhead there is the door into the engine room. We'll have a look into that in a second. And this leads into Dayhead's access into this, the other twin guest cabin here, ensuite. Again, massive amount of headroom and natural light up here. So really nice sized crew mess area with its own access from the aft deck. And yeah, it will be crewed by between 2, 3 and 4 really. So yeah, the mess area is good, and then you have 2 Pullman style cabins each side with a double berth or a very large single up and a single below, and then a compact shower stall and heads area back there. Same again on the port side. Neatly done. And then all the electronics mounted there, C-zone digital switching, and easy for the crew to keep an eye on. Systems. And then let's have a look through here into the engine room. So half height door here, and then the watertight door to get into the engine room itself. Thing to note is just really how nicely laid out it is. Not full beam, but plenty of space for these twin engines, twin drives, and everything very, very neatly installed there. So you've got the gen set further after port. But yeah, access to the things you need, your sea chests and your manifolds. Really easy, well laid out, well labelled. And yeah, a spacious area that's been very, very well used. As I might have mentioned before, there is also a hydro generator, ocean vault hydro generator, that sits between these 2 drives to help generate electricity whilst the boat is sailing. So opening up the tender garage here, feature we've seen on Y yachts so far, but just a massive amount of garage space back here. Incredible, uses the whole maximum beam aft of the boat. It's big Reckman hydraulic cylinders pulling it up. So you can see there's deck hatch access into it, and then a locker in that first area. And yeah, I mean, look at this space. For as well as keeping a massive tender, all of your deck stores, your dive gear, toys, whatever you want to ship aboard. For having playtime at anchor as well. And whilst on that subject, you notice here, this also has a lowering beach terrace, so you have a massive swim platform out the back as well. And then Michael Schmidt's just developed this YT tender as well. So that's an electric catamaran tender designed specifically to fit in this space. And that means you can, this one powered by Torpedo. It can be a petrol one as well, but they're doing it, I think, in 3.5 and 4.5 meter sizes. And you'll see it has those inflatable tubes, so they can be pressurized and deflated easily, so it fits the maximum space in here. It's a catamaran hull, super efficient, and it weighs, I think, only 190 kilos. So again, everything kept light on this to keep performance to the max. So the traditional way on the Y7 and Y8 of lifting the dinghy out is using a boom crane off the aft end of the boom there. So for this one, for the weight of the extra dinghy, of the size of the dinghy, they're going to use a carbon boom crane there that fits in that, which will swing the boat into this huge bay. Close the lid, You have yourself a massive sun terrace area. The thing you will really notice on a hot dock like Cannes is most of these big yachts have the bimini awnings coming off the booms. So actually, yeah, I don't know what it looks like on the water, but I think having a fixed bimini like this on a yacht this size makes a lot of sense. You get all that solar space. You got plenty of sun protection in the massive cockpit area. You can still get in the sun if you want to, but those that spend a lot of time in here in warm countries will know you need to get out of it. Anyway, as I said, the sailing system's all brought to the 2 pedestals with the winches there right to hand, so easy for a couple of people to manage the yacht short-handed, and leaving really, that escape, the crew entrance area there in the centre after the cockpit, and then this massive guest cockpit area here with the tables that raise, lower, join, create a flexible area which can also be shut off. As I say, there is fabric screens which go on the side of this bimini, and good amount of natural light coming through there, so when the boom's offset and sailing you can see the mainsail through there as well. The other thing I probably haven't mentioned is this yacht has the telescopic keel option, so that means it's not swallowing much interior space, but it means you can reduce draft from the 4.8 to 3.2 meters, make it practical to get into shallower harbours. Let's hope we get to sail aboard Bella one day, because it looks like it could be a really interesting performance cruising machine, this one.